The alarm clock screams. It is 6 o'clock in the morning. You told yourself last night with firm resolve that today would be different. Today, you would leap out of bed, put on your running shoes, and greet the sunrise. You imagined the fresh air, the feeling of accomplishment, the energy boost for the day. This was the plan of your ideal self, the version of you that is disciplined, healthy, and proactive. But then, another voice whispers, the voice of your current self. It says, just 5 more minutes. It's so warm here, you can run tomorrow. This small, daily battle is a perfect picture of a much larger war. This internal tug-of-war happens all the time, in countless ways. It's the desire to eat a healthy salad versus the craving for a sugary donut. It's the ambition to learn a new skill versus the comfort of scrolling through social media. It's the knowledge that you should save money versus the impulse to buy something new. This constant negotiation is between the person you are right now and the person you aspire to become. The space between these two versions of you is where the real work of personal growth happens. It's not always easy, but it is always important. The challenge isn't that you lack ambition or don't know what's good for you. Most of us have a clear idea of our ideal selves. We can picture that person vividly, more productive, more patient, healthier, or more skilled. The real difficulty lies in bridging the gap. It involves making choices moment by moment that align with that ideal self, even when it feels uncomfortable or difficult. Every time you choose the harder right over the easier wrong, you take a step closer to becoming that better version of yourself. This battle, you versus you, is the ultimate contest. It's not against an external foe, but against your own ingrained habits, your fears, and your immediate desires. The good news is that you have the power to influence the outcome. Understanding this internal dynamic is the first step. Recognizing that these small daily choices compound over time can be incredibly empowering. It's not about winning one epic battle, but about consistently winning the small skirmishes, day after day, building momentum towards who you want to be. One of the main opponents you face is procrastination. It's that sneaky voice that tells you to do it later. Later often turns into never. Procrastination loves comfort. It thrives on avoiding difficult tasks. Your ideal self wants to complete that report, start that project, or make that important call. Your current self, however, might find a dozen other urgent things to do, like organizing your sock drawer or checking emails for the 10th time. This delay tactic feels good in the short term, but it slowly erodes your progress and your confidence. It keeps your best work locked away. Then there's self-doubt, the inner critic that constantly questions your abilities. It whispers, "You're not good enough. You'll probably fail. Why even try?" This voice can be paralyzing. It magnifies your past mistakes and minimizes your strengths. Your ideal self is confident, takes risks, and learns from setbacks. But self-doubt can keep you stuck in a loop of inaction, afraid to step outside your comfort zone. It convinces you that playing it safe is better than facing potential disappointment, even though growth rarely happens within the confines of safety. This negative internal chatter needs to be challenged. Finally, we battle our old ingrained habits. These are the automatic behaviors that no longer serve us or perhaps never did. Maybe it's reaching for your phone first thing in the morning, eating unhealthy snacks when stressed, or avoiding exercise. These patterns are deeply wired into our brains. Your ideal self has established positive routines that support your goals. However, your current self often defaults to these familiar, easy paths, even when you know they lead away from where you want to go. Breaking bad habits and building good ones requires conscious effort and a smart strategy. These three opponents, procrastination, self-doubt, and bad habits, often work together. Self-doubt can fuel procrastination, making you put off tasks you feel incapable of doing well. Bad habits can reinforce self-doubt when you repeatedly fail to stick to new, better routines. Understanding how these forces interact is crucial. They are formidable, yes, but not unbeatable. By recognizing them and understanding their tactics, you can begin to develop effective countermeasures. The key is to see them not as permanent parts of your personality but as patterns that can be changed. To overcome procrastination, make it easy to start. Use the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. For larger tasks, break them down into tiny, manageable steps. Instead of write a book, your first step might be write one sentence. The goal is to build momentum. Once you start, it's much easier to continue. Remove distractions from your environment. If your phone distracts you, put it in another room while you work. Make the path to productivity the path of least resistance for your current self. To combat self-doubt, focus on the process, not just the outcome. Celebrate small wins. Every time you complete a small step, acknowledge it. This builds evidence that you are capable. Reframe negative thoughts. When your inner critic says you can't do this, ask, what's one small thing I can do? Surround yourself with supportive people who believe in you. Remember that everyone experiences self-doubt. It's not a sign that you are inadequate, it's a sign that you are challenging yourself. Keep a journal of your achievements, no matter how small they seem. When it comes to changing habits, make good habits obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Conversely, make bad habits invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. Want to exercise more? Lay out your gym clothes the night before. Obvious. Find an activity you genuinely enjoy. Attractive. Start with just 5 minutes. Easy. Track your progress and reward yourself. Satisfying. To break a bad habit like eating junk food, don't keep it in the house. Invisible. Think about the negative health consequences. Unattractive. Add friction, like having to go to the store every time you want it. Difficult. The power of identity is also key. Instead of saying I'm trying to quit smoking, say I am a non-smoker. Your habits are how you embody a particular identity. Each time you perform a habit, you are casting a vote for the type of person you wish to become. If you want to be a writer, write every day, even if it's just a little. If you want to be healthy, make healthy choices consistently. Don't focus on achieving a goal. Focus on becoming the type of person who achieves such goals. This shift in perspective makes change more sustainable. The journey of you versus you is not about achieving a perfect final state. Your ideal self is not a fixed destination, it's a direction. Personal growth is a continuous process, a lifelong commitment to becoming a little bit better each day. There will be days when your current self wins a few rounds, you'll hit the snooze button, succumb to doubt, or fall back into an old habit. That's okay. It's part of being human. The key is not to let these setbacks define you or derail your progress entirely. True champions aren't those who never fall, but those who always get back up. Think of it as aiming for 1% improvement daily. A tiny improvement might seem insignificant on its own, but over weeks, months, and years, these small gains compound into remarkable transformations. One extra push-up, one more page read, one healthier meal, these are the building blocks of your ideal self. Focus on your systems and processes, rather than just your goals. A good system will eventually lead you to your desired outcomes, even if the path isn't always straight. Consistency is far more important than intensity when it comes to long-term change. Embrace the struggle. The friction between your current self and your ideal self is where growth happens. It's in those moments of decision, when you choose the slightly harder path, that you build strength, discipline, and resilience. Every time you overcome procrastination, quiet your self-doubt, or stick to a new habit, you are reinforcing the person you want to become. This journey is deeply personal and incredibly rewarding. The victories you achieve are your own, earned through your own effort and commitment. Ultimately, the battle within is the only one that truly matters. By consistently choosing actions aligned with your ideal self, you are not just changing your habits, you are changing who you are. You are becoming the architect of your own life. So, be patient with yourself, celebrate your progress, and keep taking those small steps forward. The ultimate victory is not about defeating a part of yourself, but about integrating all parts of yourself into a stronger, more capable, and more fulfilled version of you. You are capable of amazing things. Start today.